developing, that Baker Mayfield should be the one he's catching footballs from as opposed to Colin Kaepernick? Yes, could be. But that's not what Odell Beckham Jr. is complaining about. He's complaining about Gregg Williams, former defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, an interim head coach who's now the defensive coordinator for the New York Jets, who was the defensive coordinator in New Orleans years ago when he got in trouble for Bountygate and got suspended for an entire year from the National Football League because of the Bountygate that they exercised against the likes of Brett Favre. Well, that's who Odell Beckham Jr. is concerned about. And he spoke on this. John, we've got that sound? Because he spoke about this. And here's what Odell Beckham Jr. had to say about New York Jets defensive coordinator Gregg Williams teaching cheap shots and dirty hits when it comes to going against him. Listen up.
The only thing I'm buying is, probably just got to watch out for the cheap shots and the dirty hits and all the things that he likes to teach. That's pretty much all we got to watch out for. Other than that, I expect the same. Too high safety. I don't expect much man-to-man. I don't expect none of that. I had people who were here when he was here telling us, if you get a chance, take a shot at him. If you can, hurt him. I guarantee he's going to leave the game hurt and stuff like that. And it's fine. It's football in a sense, but we're all men out there, so there's no need for doing any of that kind of stuff.
Let me tell you what I've heard about Gregg Williams. Technically speaking, he's guilty, but not really. Gregg Williams is popular for telling his players he wants someone hurt. Hurt folks. Go ahead and do it. He encourages them. Put a hat on them. He never talked money in the eyes of a lot of people and stuff like that. But he most certainly have told players to harm and potentially injure an opposing player. Here's my problem. In the sport of football, I don't know too many people that go out there on the defensive side of the ball without the intent to actually harm. They don't want to hit you and they don't want you to feel it. Oh, they want to pulverize you. And to me, as long as it doesn't involve a legal hit and an illegal hit, the fact that a defensive coordinator wants you to cave somebody's chest in or hit them legally and knock them unconscious or something, I really don't have a problem with it. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't have a problem with it. Now, I will say this. If you're encouraging guys to be hit low, where limbs are separated from its appropriate places and stuff like that, yeah, that's problematic. I'll give Odell Beckham Jr. that. And I've been told that Gregg Williams will say something like that. That's not good. But here's my whole deal. Gregg Williams, according to Jonathan Vilma, who was on First Take with me in this morning, my show on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to noon with Max Kellerman and Molly Karam, according to Jonathan Vilma, who played for Gregg Williams for 3 years in New Orleans, he said, Gregg Williams has a degree in psychology. He's a master at messing with the mind. And if you're Odell Beckham Jr. and you go out publicly and you declare what you are worried about, that's not good for you. Because now Gregg Williams knows, I got you. You ain't trying to run across the middle. You ain't trying to run some of these routes. I'm inside your head. You're a bit worried about me. That's exactly how I want you. And it's true. So I just don't know how wise it was for Odell Beckham Jr. to say what he said. What about y'all? 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. On a separate note, I wanted to get into a personal matter real quickly involving Colin Kaepernick. I wanted to inform my audience of something that happened yesterday. So a week from today, First Take will be live from Delaware State University, 76ers Fieldhouse to be exact, because I am the ambassador for HBCU Week. It was something that was started at Delaware State about 3 years ago. Co-founders Earl Cooper and Ashley Christopher, they both work for the mayor's office, Mayor Persecki there in Wilmington, Delaware. Wonderful man, by the way. Governor John Carney showed up a few months ago to recognize the importance of the event. Congressional figures, both U.S. senators showed up in attendance from Delaware as well. This is a big, big deal, and they've asked me to be the ambassador, which I'm honored to be. I'm the ambassador for HBCU Week, and it's an effort being put forth by myself and my team, myself, Rashawn McDonald, my business manager, and others. We want to be a part of this. We're honored to be a part of it. Nevertheless, HBCU Week culminates next Friday and Saturday, Battle of the Bands, HBCU bands next Saturday as well. But we'll be there. First Take will be there next Friday. And because we'll be there next Friday and I'm the ambassador for the event, First Take is having our show there. And as a result, I've been around doing interviews, Breakfast Club, and various other shows promoting my participation with that event next week. And while I was at WBLS in New York City doing an interview, thereafter, a gentleman was waiting for me, and apparently he's friends and a colleague of Nessa Diab. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. She is the girlfriend of Colin Kaepernick. And he took and expressed his frustration and dismay over things they felt I have said about Colin Kaepernick. And she wanted to talk to me as well. First things first, I cannot express how classy all of them were. There was no disrespect whatsoever. They took offense to some things they felt I felt and things that I have said, and they wanted to address me about it. I have no issues with it. When you sit in this chair, can't be chirping and talking, and then people want to talk to you and you run. I don't do that. Especially she has every right to, because she's one of the people that have tweeted a few things in support of her man on several occasions. And obviously because of that, she's personally made news, which means people like myself and others have talked about her. So she has every right to approach me and express her feelings, which she did. And challenged me on a couple of things that she thought I was inaccurate about. Fair enough. Once again, nothing but extreme class and professionalism on her part and the part of her team. Can't thank them enough. They did nothing wrong. Upon having this conversation, she wanted two things to get out because it's important to her that the truth is out there. Things that I said in terms of him having a job offer from Miami, Baltimore, Seattle, and Denver, she says was completely inaccurate. They never offered Colin Kaepernick a job. In her opinion, they never were going to offer him a job. She wanted that put out there. I let her know I didn't say that. I said the NFL and the NFL Players Association told me those things. Wasn't me saying it. It was information that both entities disseminated to an abundance of us in the media, including myself. Neither here nor there. The other point she wanted to get out was that Colin Kaepernick and his settlement does not prohibit him from being back in the NFL. And don't think for one second that he still doesn't want to be in the NFL. He's working hard every day, trying to make it happen. He wants a job. He's ready to play if somebody picks up the phone and calls him. Period. She wanted to make sure that was stated. I'm doing that right now. Colin Kaepernick, settlement with the National Football League, remember the grievance he filed? He did not capitulate that he doesn't want to be in the NFL anymore. He's not going to try to be in the NFL anymore. He wants to be in the NFL. He's still working out every day. He's in tip-top shape. He's ready to go if you gave him the call right now. She wanted to make that very clear. So now that that information is out there, I just wanted everybody to know. I also wanted everybody to know that I extended an invitation to her, to Colin Kaepernick, and Eric Reed. If they want to together, I'll give them the entire 2 hours on First Take. Name the day and time. Name the day, and it's yours. You can have it. Other than next Friday when I got to do HBCU Week at Delaware State, of course. I let them know that. So if they want to make the case that misinformation and things of that nature are being disseminated, they can squash it all. They have an open invitation to come on First Take with yours truly, live for the entire 2 hours. I'll give it to them. Got the okay from the bosses. What they do with that invitation is their business. But I want to say thank you to Miss Nessa Diab for expressing herself to me, for reaching out to me the way that she did, and for her and her entire team showing nothing but class, because a lot of times when she has said things, people have challenged how she's elected to express herself and things of that nature. That was the first time I ever met her. I can only tell you my personal experience with her is that she was class all the way, and so was her entire team. And I appreciate her taking the time to let me know where she stood and how she felt. And I thank her for it. And I hope her and Colin Kaepernick